The alarms are going off. Reginald rushes out to the gravity parlor. You have been given instructions to go visit Otto the steam butler down below deck.
Can I check to see if
Reggie's
like worried? like how worried he seems about the alarms going off?
Steer Jerry?
No, Reginald.
Oh, he's gone. He left.
Like, did he seem worried while he was leaving?
Roll an insight check.
So, 3.
3? Oh yeah, he seems concerned.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's all I needed to know, like.
Alright. I suppose we head down then.
Yeah.
Does anyone know how to get down there?
Bebo knows.
Bebo's
just gonna start walking.
It was part of the tour.
Come back here.
I mean, we can get down.
I'm gonna follow the small child.
Bebo goes.
Yeah, Bebo goes. It was indeed a part of the tour. He was kind of just like, yeah, it's down there. And no other further explanation. And so you make your way.
But I'm assuming that what you were trying to imply is that we have to dance our way there.
That was part of it. That or just explosions straight down.
All right, we dance our way there.
Okay.
Yeah.
You do.
Yeah.
I don't.
Okay.
Bebo's just chucking along.
Bebo, I know
where
where we're going.
As I get down.
Bebo has no clue where we're going.
I'd like to imagine that it's Bebo, like, just walking, fully confident, followed by 3 fully grown adults going, okay, buddy, where are we going?
Yep.
Bebo's like, I got it.
Bebo got it.
You're going,
Bebo
you're going. Bebo actually takes you in the right direction by some pure stroke of luck, and then passes directly by the stairway that takes you down.
I'm just gonna reach out and grab him and be like, back this way.
Bebo, it's this way. Bebo, go this way.
And I'm assuming your eyes are closed. Bebo's eyes are closed.
Bebo,
and then when he opens them, he's standing in front of the stair.
Bebo found it.
You sure did, bud.
There you go, buddy.
Bebo walks in.
Bebo points out, and all of a sudden there's another huge shake of the ship.
More turbulence.
Yeah, turbulence, bud.
You very carefully make your way down these stairs. It is incredibly dark.
Also,
Wait, doesn't Bebo have dark vision?
Hold on.
Bebo does have
wait,
dark
boys.
vision.
Okay.
Also,
Gotta make sure.
just wanted to double check since it lasts for an hour.
Mm-hmm.
Has the bird that I had my senses connected with flown off, or was it like just kind of left perched on the ship? And if so, could I quickly look at it to see if anything is going on outside?
Yeah, you peer through its senses one last time, and everything seems to be fine outside. It looks like a nice, peaceful day. You see the tree that you were flying by. Yeah.
Oh no, we have to. Oh no, we're gonna pass it soon. We have to get this thing to stop.
I can get him to stop.
Is there anything on the ground?
Like
Just like anything.
Like on the ground, or inside?
Is there something Bebo can pick up?
Oh, well, right now you're making your way into the dark room. So we haven't entered into the room quite yet.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm
just
pausing
looking
to
for-
see who has dark vision.
I have dark
Oh,
vision. I was also going to cast a light.
Yeah, I don't have dark vision. I was digging around for a torch, too, so.
Okay.
So was I.
Okay, so you cast light.
Wait, do I not need to hold anything for light anymore?
Can I just give you?
I need a larger, smaller object, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Is there something? I want to pick it up off the ground, though.
Okay, yeah, you find a wrench on the ground.
Bebo, make light!
All of a sudden, bright light in a 5-foot radius all around you guys.
Bebo doesn't like the dark.
That's okay, right? Ow, but
Just
thanks,
magical glowing wrench.
Bebo. Did you want another? Okay, cool.
Are there any lamps or anything that can be lit?
Yeah, you see some lamps off, just attached to the wall. You go up and inspect it, and it seems to not be functioning. Potentially looks like something that may have broke with whatever happened.
The thing is, Bebo's like
It's
2
a-
feet tall, so that light is only going above his head in like a 5-foot cube. So it's like reality. It's at like our waist.
Is there a stairwell?
Yeah, so you
Is
went
it like
you
a
went-
spiral stairwell?
So you went down just one straight down stairwell, and you get to the bottom, pick up this wrench, and you all begin to realize, like, wow, it is really hot down here. And you realize that this is, like, there's just hot steam is filling this room, and you instantly all just begin to sweat, except for you. I don't think you can sweat.
No, but I
Okay.
noticed it's hot.
Yes.
It's-
Yes.
This is interesting. How are you guys doing? Because this is like, aren't you made of air? How does this work for you? Are you okay?
It is way hotter than it should be up here. I am not used to things being this steamy, this high up in the sky.
It's wet. Everything's wet.
Yeah, no, it is. It is. I'm just okay.
I do sweat. Yep.
Hey, glad to know that.
As the light fills the room and you're all getting accustomed, you see now for the first time this human man who you presume to be Otto, because he's the only other person around here, who is kind of like crouching down. You see the rest of his toolbox on the ground, and he's got like a different wrench that he's like furiously trying to like shut off different valves, and he looks so panicked, and the light turns on and he's like,
Do you need this wench, mister? Bebo has your wench.
yeah, no, that's fine, you can hold on to that. That's actually very helpful with the light. That's great, I can see again, thank you.
What's going on?
I don't know. The pipes are bursting. This is bad. The steam power is kind of important to making everything work. So, I'm very underqualified for this position.
Valid. Same, bro.
And why were you hired?
Well, I was hired, and there was lots of other people supposed to be on this crew, and then there was some layoffs, and then some more layoffs, and
We haven't seen anyone else here.
well, yeah, I mean, there's me, and there's Steery Jerry, and there's some unseen servants that take care of some things, but there's not a lot of us left.
Oh, so that's who we were bumping into as we were like running through the halls.
Yeah, they kind of just do their. I don't really know what they do. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm in charge of the pipes, and the pipes aren't working. Can you please help me?
Yeah, but you okay?
Where do the pipes lead?
All over the place. The pipes control a lot of the inner mechanisms of everything. The not the things that make it fly, but the things that control the things that make it fly. So, I don't want to crash. That would be bad.
Yes.
So I need to hold things down here. This is kind of like the main control panel. But there's I think there's like 3 other valves that burst, and then there just happens to be 4 of you. I need someone to once all those are pulled tight, someone to reset the master control switch. Can you guys please help?
Yeah, sure. I guess. Okay. Kay's gonna cast dancing lights, and they're gonna come up as 4 little ghosts just emanating light. It's like, okay, so one of you is gonna stay here. Bebo, you've got.
Bebo is 5.
All right, so Bebo's got light. Are you guys good? Can you guys see? Here, you take one, and can you see in the dark?
Yes.
Of course you can. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna just take one. I don't know why you need a light. There, everyone's got light. Cool. That's classic. Classy job. So all right,
Classic Bebo.
Where are these valves that you need to?
Yeah, so there's 2 down that way, and then there's one, and then the office that I work out of with the master control switch is down that way.
Okay. So
Don't let Bebo near the switch.
somebody and Bebo are gonna go down to 1, and then we're gonna figure this out. We're not leaving Bebo alone.
I'm so glad that you volunteered.
This is
You
very,
volunteered
very,
yourself
very
for
important,
that.
though. Sorry, I did not design this system, but for some reason, we need to patch all of these at the same time, and then as we're holding them, flip the master control switch.
Of course.
I don't know if that's how it was intended. That's the only way I know how to fix it.
Okay.
I did it once, and it worked, and so I just, that's the only way
If
I've
it
done
ain't broke, why fix it?
Yeah.
Bebo is
I
starting to get
wasn't
very
properly
warm.
trained on how to do this.
I wasn't trained at my job either.
Yeah, no, you're good, bud.
Hey, thank you, guys. There's another big shake. Can we hurry, please?
All right. So, you seem like the next most competent person here. Sadly,
Rude, but valid.
it's a child and a being of air. I think we're kind of stuck with our options here. Unless you want to take the child.
I'll take the child. I'm gonna
Bebo is hurt.
kick that. I'm gonna
Okay.
kill that one, so I'll take the child.
You and the
okay,
child
you
go that way
can do
to
it.
to those two. You're, I guess, coming with me to the other valve, and I'll get the control room just because. Okay, you guys go there. We'll get in position, and then
Are we just gonna yell at each other?
I will I will do the signal.
are you? Can
What
you,
is
can
the
you-
signal?
Can you do a signal?
A massive rush of just screaming air goes down the hallway. Anyone who is like, none of us are outside in the hallway, but like, if we were, it would like fling us through it. I think that everyone
the
would.
door flings open and hits an unseen servant who clatters to the ground.
Bebo thought he was just gonna make another bird noise.
So did
Yeah.
I.
That wouldn't
kid.
get everyone's attention.
Okay. Here's what we're gonna do.
I think we
I'll-
just scream. That makes more sense than that.
Everyone get into position. I'll use Ghost. We'll come check. I'll check you guys out. And once we're there, we will count down. Okay. We'll count down.
Bebo's
We'll go
not very
from
good
there.
at counting.
I'll tell him. Okay. How about that? Cool. Cool. Let's get into position, guys. Kay's gonna walk away with the head in his hands. This is not going well, but it's fine. It's fine.
As you walk away, Otto's grip slips and the pipe bursts again. He's like, "Ah, no!" and has to start fixing it again.
Bebo thinks you got this, mister.
Ah, thank you, Bebo.
You're just the emotional support child.
Absolutely.
You put my hand on his back. Don't worry, you got this. As I give guidance to him.
Oh, thank you. That's nice.
Finally do your job.
All right, you part ways. Who's going to the right? Who's going to the left?
Well, whoever's there, you said there was two on one side and the control room on the other.
Yeah.
I'll take Bebo away from the control room.
Okay, so you guys are going down the left aisle, and then the right aisle has one more thing that needs to be flipped, and the control panel.
Okay, I'm going to the control panel.
Come on,
I-
Bebo, let's go.
I go to the other valve that way.
Yeah.
Okay, you make your way down with either the dancing lights or your dark vision or your light wrench,
Right.
kind of guiding the way. You walk about 50 yards down, and you come to the valve on either side. There's
Alright.
only one valve.
What does Bebo do
So
now?
you would assume that there is another valve even farther down, and then the control panel farther down.
I have to leave him alone.
Yep.
Great.
Okay.
I have
Alright,
to leave him alone.
Are you good here? You figured this out, right?
Bebo's like clutching the wrench.
All right. I'm gonna
Just
head
tell
to the
people
control
what to
panel, and then in a minute, you're gonna see some weird stuff. Okay, but Ghost is gonna summon Ghost again. You're gonna hear me talking through Ghost. Okay, are you cool with that?
Sure.
It's just me. Okay. You probably should have checked with the child first, but this is gonna be fine. All right. I want to make my way to the control panel.
Okay, you journey farther down. What about you guys? You
I'm
guys
gonna leave
are at the
him
first
at the
valve.
first. I'm gonna leave him at the
Bebo.
first valve and try to show him.
Bebo.
Like I'm assuming it's just the valve,
Yeah, there's essentially he has the wrench that he can use, or if there's like you all have access to the tools that are needed for your proper station given to you by Otto, or you can use some sort of magic or something to
I'm just
help.
gonna grab the proper tools and I'm gonna look at Bebo and go, you need to, you see, wrench? You gotta,
Wrench.
you gotta use it and close. Just, no, can I see the wrench? I'm gonna take the wrench and put it like where it's supposed to go. And
Alright.
when I say, what, you're just gonna jump, grab it, and pull it down. Not yet, when we say go.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna walk down.
Okay.
He was just gonna stare at it.
It's just sitting there glowing.
Shiny.
All right, you make your way down farther. So, Omnima,
Yes.
you are at your valve.
Yes.
Are you thinking you just want to try to... it'll be a strength check to close the valve.
Oh.
Or some sort of magic that you want to use.
Oh no.
Do we all not build strength
I
characters
did.
at once?
No, I.
Okay, you got a strength character. That's fine. I do not.
All right. I am going to.
I'm gonna roll that one.
So what I'm going to attempt to do is I'm going to take out my quarterstaff.
Okay.
I am going to wedge it in to try to use it for leverage.
Okay.
And I'm going to cast Shillelagh on it to try to be able to use my spellcasting modifier instead of strength.
Very nice.
I like that.
Okay. So we're all going to roll at the same time when we get to it. But you can use your Shillelagh modifier for it, and you can roll with advantage from leverage.
Got it.
Okay. Let's go ahead and go to Bebo, who's at the other close valve.
Can I use gravity to help me?
Yes, you can. You are short, and so you can kind of like jump up and use your body weight
Yeah.
if you want. Is that your plan?
Yes.
That is the only plan you
That's
have.
the only thing I can do.
Okay, I'll give you advantage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go to Kenny. You make your way down to the last valve. And what's your strategy to try to close this?
Use the wrench I was given to just
Okay.
manhandle it into place.
Okay. All right.
I think I'm the only strength build character here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. That works. All right. You are at the master control panel. It looks like there's some lights on the board in front of you. You can kind of see the complicated inner workings of everything, and you can see the 4 areas that kind of are flashing red where there's issues.
Okay.
I am going to need, essentially, I'm going to have you, instead of athletics, do a sleight of hand, because you're going to need to restart the system as soon as everything is into place. Based off of Otto's very quick, best explanation.
Okay. We're all blinking red. I'm assuming they're not supposed to be blinking red. So, okay. What did Otto say? They're all blinking red. So I just have to turn them green. I'm just gonna start pressing buttons. I'm just gonna start pressing buttons. That's what I'm gonna do. This is fine. This is fine. All right.
You see, like, nothing too major, but just, like, little error messages that are popping up on the screen, like, meh, meh.
It sounds like that parrot.
Okay. This is fine. This is fine. All right. Here. Okay. I think everyone should be in position. I'm gonna summon Ghost, and because the way I did this is actually really funny. Is I used the pack magic from Warlock, and I took a pack boon as well. So not only does it act independently, but I can same thing with like speak with animals or like how you do with animals. I can do the same thing with Ghost. I can speak through Ghost, and I can. I become mute and deaf, but I can see and talk through Ghost. I found out how to do that with Find Familiar, and I'm like super stoked about it. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna be like at the control panel and summon Ghost and start making my way to check on everybody. And so I'm gonna go closest would be you. Check on you. It's like, okay, are you in position?
Oh yeah.
Are you good? You're set? Okay, cool. You're locked in. All right, when I come back, we're probably gonna get ready to go. All right, cool. Just hang tight. Goes down the hall. I'm assuming I pass Otto.
Oh yes, you pass Otto.
I want to check in on Otto. Hey, buddy, how you doing?
It's going. I think it's okay. I fixed the other thing that broke when you left, and so now I'm ready. I think just
All right, good,
hurry.
good, bud. Keep it up. You're doing great. Okay, he's gonna take off like as you're still talking.
Okay, bye. That was weird.
All right, so I run into you. I run to you next. Hey, Bebo, you ready to go, bud?
I go Steve.
Okay, it's just me. It's Cade. I'm speaking. Okay, that's should have expected.
I'm like fully seated on the floor right now.
Okay. Can you stand up for me, buddy, and get ready to go? We're gonna get ready to go here.
Bebo's ready.
Okay. Cool. Great. Okay. You gotta go around the corner, find you. It's like, hey, bud, you good? You ready to go?
Are we doing this a 10 count? You're just gonna zoom back and I'm...
No, it's gonna be I'm gonna go to Bebo, and I'm gonna count for him, and it's gonna be a 10 count. Okay? Because he can't. I'm just gonna tell him to go. All right.
I was just gonna yell at him and tell him to go at the 10 count so you can count for him.
All right. Good. Yeah. So
you could stand between Otto and the O guy and tell him.
All right. That's fine. We're gonna do that. All right. Cool. So I'm gonna go back to. It's like, all right, ready? 10. Ready? 10. 9. He's gonna sit back. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. As soon as I say 1, I'm gonna blip back to me, so it's just ghost. And it's like, okay, 3, 2, 1.
Okay, everyone roll your checks. Otto got a natural 20 and a 4 on the guidance dice.
That's a 13.
22.
22.
All right, and then so just the spellcasting modifier, right?
16.
And your proficiency.
Okay,
so whatever
cool.
you would roll for shillelagh.
Okay.
Sleight of hand's only a +1.
Mine's a... Yeah.
That is 19 then.
19. Okay.
Bebo got an 18.
18. Okay.
Oh wow.
I'm very happy for Bebo right now.
Because of all of these incredibly high rolls, a 13 is going to succeed. You get plenty of time with all of the levers pulled, all the valves shut, to quickly slam down and restart the system. Everything and everything goes quiet for a second.
Oh, this is nice. Wait.
And everything slowly powers back up. You hear the steam running back through the pipes, and you feel the rumble of the engines again. And it seems to have worked.
All right. Well, now that that's taken care of, why don't we see what Reginald von Fisselberg III is up to?
I'm assuming we all kind of gather around Otto.
Bebo is hanging on the wrench.
I'm gonna grab
That's
Bebo
Fisselberg.
and the wrench and just kind of like... let's go, bud.
Bebo don't need to hold anymore.
No.
Okay.
Bebo did good.
Before you leave the office, roll me a perception check.
Oh, no.
Okay, this is perception. Okay, that's a 13.
A 13. So you are going to notice a couple of things. Not everything with a 13, but you are going to see on that same control panel one very small flashing red light that, to the best of your understanding, controls the holographic parrot that you were talking to that was malfunctioning.
I'm gonna like. Is it just a light?
Yeah, it's a light, and you see like it has its own little like tiny restart switch.
I'm gonna reset it.
Oop, light goes off.
And click forward.
Click forward, and it's kind of blink red, stay on green.
Ah! Alright, now we gotta go check that out, Ghost. Alright.
The other thing that you notice on the other side as you're leaving, you kind of bump up against a worn-looking journal, and it out from that journal falls an envelope, And you go to just like pick it up and put it back, and you see that the folder is labeled "Controlled Descent via Catastrophe, Patent Pending."
I know I shouldn't open this. However, I got a kid to take care of. All right, cool. You know what? I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna take the whole journal, stick it in my bag, and then as I'm walking, open up the envelope, and start reading it.
Yeah, you read through. You see a couple of things that stand out to you. Number one is seems to be some sort of log of finances. It's very confusing. You're not quite sure exactly what it means, except for the large negative number at the bottom. That is pretty clearly bad. You also find some plans for the ship, and you find more plans and more plans and more plans. They all look very similar, except for lots of scribbles and notes about landing gear. It seems like this same part of the ship needed notes over and over and over again.
Okay.
The last thing, as you are reading the envelope and eventually catching up with everyone back with Otto, is a very large property insurance policy taken out on the cloud skimmer.
Okay. All right.
Well, we already knew about that, but yeah.
Yeah, no, we already knew about that. He's gonna like look just over here. There's nothing there, but he's just gonna go. All right, Ghost. New bet, usual terms. Okay. Yeah. So some of you may die, some of you won't. We'll see. But yeah, I'm gonna give it to you first. Go. You can read legalese. I'll let you read that. But as he's reading that, basically what I got was he's gonna crash the ship.
Okay.
Essentially, yeah, that's what he's saying. He's got insurance money on.
Yeah, he's gonna do some little insurance.
He doesn't
fraud.
have landing. The problems with the landing, so he's gonna crash it instead and get the insurance money because he's broke.
Yeah, it looks like he kind of dumped everything into this. So, which should explain, Otto, why there's nobody else on here.
That's bad, right?
Extremely.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And illegal.
You see in the documents there's a bunch of large transactions, probably from his investors, and then a bunch of expenses, and then a large infusion of cash of his own personal money, and then lots more expenses, and then more expenses, and then the large negative number.
Does it look like this is like the only set of numbers he has? Like these numbers add up for like what the ship looks like, and it is?
As best as you can tell, yeah. You would also, looking closer into the legalese, know that he is the benefactor on the insurance policy. Not the investors or the people that he's working with, just him.
Okay, that's not good.
Yeah.
He's the one gonna get the money. This isn't good. He's gonna crash this just to get the money back because he is broke. He lost a lot of money, and this is the only way he's gonna get it back because this thing ain't gonna land.
Otto's like been tinkering with some stuff, and he's like, "What?"
Yeah, Otto. Have you been to any other parts of the ship? Have you seen landing gear at all?
No, I just work in the steam room. It's me, Otto the Steam Man.
All right. Cool.
Well, you probably shouldn't stay there.
Yeah, you should probably get to higher ground. Just once everything's worked out and you feel comfortable to leave it alone for a while.
Okay. No, I think it's good. You guys did a great job. Thank you.
Yeah.
Are you guys looking for work? Because we have some openings in the department.
No, we're good.
I am.
We have.
We're good.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well,
Depot is 5.
Yeah, there's child labor laws about that. We're not going to touch
we
that.
can call it an internship.
No.
No.
Oh. Okay, we'll talk later.
All right. Yeah. So Can anyone make copies of this? Can we like
I'm just gonna keep it.
scrub this down? Well, no, because I want to make a copy of it. That way, when we confront old Reggie there,
You're the computer.
I'm not a computer. That's a little bit racist, but you know what? I'll allow. Yeah. No. Okay. Well, it looks like this is what's happening. Yeah. I'm just gonna take everything down and like take some time to like copy it.
Mm-hmm.
Like not the same, but just like all the numbers and stuff. So like someone at a quick glance would be like, "Oh, it's my documents."
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Do I? No, I don't have. But yeah, I don't even have that anymore. All right, I'm gonna look around for some charcoal and paper or some pen and paper because I thought I had my forgery kit, but I forgot when I was making this character that I took it out.
Yeah, you probably would have had the foresight when you were back in the office to grab a pencil and paper. And
Yeah, this was definitely my plan all along.
When you started looking through it, then you're like, oh, this is kind of important. I might need to copy something.
Yeah, so we'll copy it down just enough, and we'll keep that in the envelope, and then we'll keep the good documents. I'll keep the good documents on me. That way, and like separately.
Sounds like a good idea.
All right, cool. We're good. People, don't worry about what you just heard. All right.
He was gonna start like banging on like the steam pipes with the wrench.
No, Bebo.
Ah, good job, Bebo. That's pretty good.
Then
Maybe when you're older, we can revisit that internship.
people job.
Yeah, good job, Bebo.
All right. Before he gets
People
drafted
needs
into a
pay.
union, I guess.
I would assume.
Let's
Well, hopefully they have a union.
hopefully.
That would be nice.
Yeah.
I really.
Do you have parents?
People doesn't know what happened to his parents.
Well, if I adopt you, then you can work for free legally up to 15 hours.
No.
Yeah, I don't think he has a union.
What's a union?
Let's go, Bebo. We're gonna go find Reggie. Okay.
People employment.
Bebo, keep banging on things. You're fine. Bang on the stairs.
Don't. An untapped rage fills you.
You make your way back up the stairs. You feel like suddenly you can
Wrench in
breathe
hand.
easier again.
Are we all significantly less sweaty?
Yeah, you like the cool air kind of washes over you, and you take a deep sigh of relief. It seems like the tremors have stopped for the moment.
Yeah. So now we know what his turbulence was.
Indeed.
Turbulence.
Yes, turbulence.
Turbulence.
This is why I
Right.
work alone. All right.
So we are heading to the like the like room with the like massive like gyroscope thing. But
It's the gravity parlor.
yes, the gravity parlor. Just in case, I would like to try to do a survival check or something to try to track him, just to make sure that he did not flee from this room or something.
Okay, yeah. Go ahead and roll survival.
Yeah. 19.
19. You look around for maybe some things that have been adjusted recently, or any sign that anyone was here. Shuffled papers, scuff marks on the floor.
Yeah.
You find nothing.
Okay, so he's.
No one has been here recently.
Oh. He did not. He's not here.
What
He
do you
didn't.
mean?
He didn't come through here. He's somewhere else.
So he lied.
All right. So now we gotta find him.
Indeed.
Is there anything you would like to do in the gravity parlor before you leave?
Like,
Yeah, I'm gonna go back over to the door and check my parrot.
Yep, the door creaks open, no doorknob, and
why does it not have a doorknob?
Cha-ching. That's all like the kid's gonna say. Is cha-ching. He's gonna look at the parrot.
yeah, you approach the parrot, and the parrot seems to be functional. It's not glitching out anymore.
Hey, you're back.
I'm back.
Okay, you said something earlier Do you remember what you said?
Nola.
That is correct. Okay, good. So his memory wasn't corrupted. All right. Do you want to explain who that is?
Nola. Nola.
Are you Nola?
No landing gear.
Yeah, that's what I was hoping.
No landing gear. No landing gear.
Yep, no, we know.
Warning. No landing gear.
Is there parachutes?
Warning. No parachutes.
That. Okay. Can we land the ship somehow? Or is this going to be another grand entrance into a scheme of some kind?
Information. You can crash.
Can we survive the crash?
Information. Unlikely.
What if we soft crashed it?
What is a soft crash?
A soft crash. It's like a bump into the ground, and you slowly go into the ground instead of speeding into it. You kind of just slide and skid into the ground instead of going straight head.
So you're not crashing. You're falling with style.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. Sure.
Information. Soft crash. More likely survival.
Oh, the bird agrees. So that's something.
Bird agrees.
Is the bird like on like a thing?
Yeah.
Like, can I pick
What
it
are
up?
you?
Yeah.
What are you doing here, bird?
Information. Unstable.
Bebo, put the bird down. Bebo.
He's gonna grab the pole. Hey, Bebo. Can we not? Would you like to be shook around? It's not nice.
Funny bird.
Information. Dizzy.
Alright, we're gonna put the bird down now, okay? Okay. Thank you.
You're not a real bird, right?
Information. Define real.
I'm gonna reach over and like go to pet it, but like my hand goes through it because it's a hologram.
Ow.
Okay, I was trying to prove a point, but I don't think.
I'm more confused now.
Yeah, me too. You know what? I'm with you on this one for once. Do you have a real body somewhere? Is this?
Define real.
All right.
I don't think
If the ship was destroyed, would you survive?
Unlikely.
All right.
Interesting.
What's your name anyway? We just keep calling you Bird.
Information. I have no name.
Your
We'll have
name
to
is
fix.
Bird.
We'll have to fix that at some
Update.
point.
My name is Bird.
Okay.
Well, that
Alright,
answers
yep.
that. Thanks for beating us to the punch there, kid.
People likes bird.
Information. Bird does not like being dizzy.
All right, let's go. Can you leave your perch?
Information. Unlikely.
Can you find
All right.
Reggie?
Information. No.
Is there like a plug that this
Alright.
bird is attached to?
Not that you see.
Wait, Bird, can you pop up a map of the ship?
The bird like unhinges his jaw and like a map of the skyship pops up.
People is scared.
Can you
Ah,
show
Treasure
me?
Planet.
Can you show me where Reggie is on this map, or where he usually is?
Information. No.
Well, at least we have a map now.
Yeah, I guess.
Bebo is gonna pick up the perch and just start walking out the door. Bebo wants adventure.
Should we take the bird from Bebo?
Yeah. Can we shorten up the perch at all? Can we just?
Let's
Yeah,
shorten up
sure.
the bird.
I'm assuming it's like
collapsible.
double my height.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's just like it's like a little kid walking with a broom, just like upside
Yeah.
down. So you're
Yeah.
just like.
The hologram of the bird with the map on top of it just keeps shifting back and forth.
It's kind of hard. So if that's that, it's like at our eye level. So we're just like, okay, we're following a map, and it's just. Kenny is fully just going like this with the map, walking, trying to still read the map.
Okay. Everyone stop.
Bebo stops, firmly plants it.
All right, here you can. Let me see something real quick. You can carry it. Just give me a sec. Let me see. Let me see the bird.
I'm gonna like lean the bird to you.
Okay.
I'm gonna take it from it, grab it on top of Bebo's hands, and go. And just take it. I'm assuming you let it go because I've just.
Yeah.
Yeet. So, all right. Yeah, I'm gonna see if it's like a microphone stand where it just kind of like you can twist the middle part and like collapse it down.
Totally collapses.
Okay, cool. You collapse it down so it's more like handheld, and it's like okay, cool. Now, I'm gonna hand it back to Bebo. I'm like, okay, don't lose this.
Okay.
Perfect. All right. Good. Is everyone good with this?
Don't shake it.
Too bad. I don't care. All right. Let's go.
All right. We are going to try to look for Reginald von Fisselwick the Third.
Okay.
Yes.
Anywhere in particular that you want to look?
Back. I would say back in the center room because he's probably figured out it stopped shaking by now.
We can. Yeah, that's probably a good place to check first.
Yeah.
Which room?
The
Cockpit.
Yeah.
Cockpit? Okay.
I will cast a spell from Grim Hollow on myself called Hunter Sense.
Nice.
Yeah.
Ooh, good one.
Yep. So just in case we make a perception check of any kind.
Cool.
Yep.
All right, you make your way back to the cockpit, and everything seems to be normal. There's no alarms going off, and Steery Jerry is steering the ship.
Is there anyone else in there?
Hi, Metal Man.
Hey, Jerry. What's up, bud? How you feeling?
I'm fine.
Where is
I
have a bird.
Hey, you found the bird. Good job. Steery Jerry.
Have you seen Reginald von Fisselwick the Third any recently?
Oh?
You're the owner of the vessel.
Yeah, good old Reggie. The old man.
What is a vessel?
Where are you, Jerry?
I'm steering.
Can I roll an
Steering.
insight check to see if he's been tampered with
Steering.
at
Yeah,
all?
go ahead and roll.
Can I
Okay.
roll as well?
Yep, yeah.
I'll help you actions instead.
So you get advantage.
Yeah.
I was gonna say that's good.
Okay, 16.
Yeah, you can see that there's like some sort of small control panel that's been opened up on the back, and there's some exposed wires. It seems like something's definitely been tampered with.
Can I try and fix
So
it?
that means he has been here recently.
Yeah, to the best of your ability, you kind of put some things that obviously look like they plug into each other back in.
Blue go with blue, yellow go with yellow.
Yeah, it's not quite your expertise, but you patch him up, and he seems to be functioning normally, but he still doesn't remember anything.
I'm gonna double check. I'm gonna use my tinkerer's tools just to like kind of get in there a little bit farther and like move wires out of the way.
Yeah.
And see if I can see anything like any memory chips or anything like that that's missing.
Yeah, the memory chip is there, but it's damaged. And it looks like where some stuff has just been unplugged that perhaps had to deal with navigation, it just straight up like something has punctured it, and it is not able to be repaired at this time.
Okay, yeah, that'll explain that. Hey, as I'm like tinkering behind him, I'm gonna kind of like peek around. Hey, Jerry, bud, you what's the last thing you remembered?
Steery Jerry. Steery? Steery. Jerry. Steering.
Steery Jerry.
You just keep doing that, Jerry.
Yeah, I don't think Jerry's gonna be of any use to us anymore, guys. So let's just I'm gonna like kind of put everything back and seal it back up. Be like, all right, guys. Yeah, we're on our own again.
I'm gonna set the bird next to Steery Jerry.
We need that. Don't leave that there.
Steery Jerry. Bird. Steery Jerry.
Out of game. This is giving Big Hero 6 vibes. like drunk Big Hero 6 where you Harry baby. That's 100% what I'm seeing. Just as a little auto gnome, just Steery Jerry. That's 100%. I love that for you. But yeah.
Yeah, so Steery Jerry's totally out of it.
Yeah.
If you look at his navigation controls, like there's like a clear charted route, and then you see kind of the adjustment to see the tree. But everything's kind of just been in a straight line for a long time, so you are like not on course at all.
Can I, with my cartographers and navigators tools, try to see where it is we are headed?
Yeah, you don't even have to roll for that with your proficiency. You are headed in a straight line.
Like
there is
like if we were to crash, what are we likely to crash into?
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. You are just kind of flying. You kind of chart the course in front of you. It looks like to be like an uninhabited forest area of some sort.
Okay.
There is, if you wait too long, a mountain that is directly in your flight path.
Okay. Is there like a lake or something in this direction?
Yeah, there's a lake.
All right. I will show a rough map to you guys and point that out and be like, if you want the softest possible landing, it's probably that.
Yeah.
We should do that.
Yeah, no, that's a good idea.
Steer Jerry.
Should we unplug Steery Jerry?
Probably.
Yeah, maybe. Hey, Bebo, can you swim? Do you know what swimming is?
No.
Have you been in water before?
People doesn't get much water.
Have you ever taken a really big bath before?
Oh, people went to sand one time, and there was a lot of water, but
Was it like where like the sand and then the water was like right there?
yeah.
And then,
Mommy and Daddy said don't go in though.
Did you go in?
Yeah.
Is that the
Then
last?
they called. There was a lot of screaming.
Is that the last time you saw them?
No. Maybe.
all right, let's stop traumatizing the child. But yeah, we'll keep you safe in the water this time, but we're gonna be in the water like that again, okay?
Okay.
All right.
Bebo doesn't mind water.
Bebo's fine with water, so we're good. We're good on that. Yeah. So we agree. We're just gonna unplug Jerry here.
All right. Who wants to take over in that case?
Not it.
Bebo can.
How about I try?
Yeah. No, that's a good. That's a
That
good
seems like the
call
best option.
for you. Yeah, you're the most current with air anyway.
But do you know how to drive?
Information. No.
Right. He still has the map up. You can close the map.
You hear like loud clicks as his jaw closes.
But what do you do?
Information.
Bebo understands why Bub was in the closet.
That's a lot of words for you there, people. I'm proud of you. Yeah. So you're gonna hang out here.
Right. I am going to, in that case, spend 10 minutes to use Whispers of Knowledge. I'm going to pluck a feather from the shawl to try to commune with a spirit in order to gain proficiency with this vehicle.
Okay. Yeah. You commune. You channel the spirit of a bird, and you think to yourself, if I was a bird made of technology, how would I work? And you spend your 10 minutes meditating, and you feel a slight breeze through your hair as you open your eyes, and you gain a better understanding of how the ship works.
All right. Try to push the Steery Jerry out of the way.
Steery Jerry.
All right.
How is
you
Steery
did-
Jerry connected?
He's like plugged into the console.
Okay.
I'll unplug him first, I guess. Then
Steery Jerry?
You're just gonna be Jerry for right now.
you're
Yes, Jerry.
Birdie Jerry. You can just hold this.
Birdie Jerry.
Yeah, yeah. Hold the bird.
Birdie Jerry.
All right. During your 10 minutes,
Yeah.
I want to like take just a look over the controls to try and
Yeah.
see what it is. Are there any like labels or anything?
Not a ton. It looks like this is all of Reginald's design. And he kind of designed it in a way that was like ideal for him, but very confusing for anyone else. You do remember that there is the large wheel that is used for steering and landing.
Yep.
All right. And there's no manuals or anything that I find.
Not that you can find. No.
Okay.
That's why I had to commune.
No, I want to help, man. I just wanna help.
It would help. It would help. We'll do the best we can, though.
All right. Well, here we go.
All right. While I'm focused on this, if you guys could find Reginald, if he hasn't already jumped off or something, to like and fleed with a parachute or a hang glider, or I'm not sure what he would have used.
Oh yeah, no, we can find Jerry real easy.
Bebo's gonna go over to like the emergency door and start playing with the emergency door again.
Yeah. Reggie or whatever his name was, we can find him real easy. Y'all might not like it, but we can.
All right.
I have an idea.
So as you guys start looking, what are you doing to try to steer the ship?
I am. So
You have the navigation console, you have
Yep.
other miscellaneous consoles, you have the big wheel.
So, I am, primarily focusing on the big wheel. I am going over to but that's like only in charge of steering, I'm assuming.
Steering and landing.
Okay,
You go over and you start.
but there is no landing gear, though.
That is correct.
Yes.
You begin to use the wheel and
Yeah, just to slightly adjust course to make sure that we are heading indeed for the lake.
yeah. So you adjust it slightly, nothing seems to happen. You adjust it a little bit more, nothing is happening. You adjust it a lot, and you realize this wheel is decorative.
That's crazy.
Nope, bad intel, I guess.
This should be how the ship is controlled.
I am going to. All right. Does someone have a crowbar or something?
Wrench!
Close enough. I'm going to
Bebo
try.
sprints back from the door. Wrench.
I'm going to take that. I'm going to try to pry open the base of the wheel or whatever is there to try to see if it's been tampered with.
Yeah, you pry it open, you look inside, and nothing is connected. It doesn't look like it's been tampered with. It's just connected to nothing.
Cool.
You do manage to dig in there a little bit and see some things that maybe should be connected. And as you said, there's no landing gear, so there's nothing to connect those wires to. There's some that are just going to be left dangling. But you are able to put things back just enough so that you do get some very minor control over how you crash the ship.
All right.
So your options are forest, mountain, lake.
We're going for the lake.
Yeah. Is there any way to, I don't know, make this better? Is there any way to like stiffen up the steering a little bit? Like, can we tighten up the steering box at all?
It's probably as much as you can do.
All right. Even like with proper tools, that's where I'm going. Is like,
Yeah, no, that you have no idea how this thing is cobbled together. This is the work of a mad scientist, but not like a really smart one, but one that just knows just enough in order to get things wrong. This is full
The
Dunning-Kruger
worst
effect.
Love that. All right. Well, yeah, that's what we're doing. All right, cool. Let's. Yeah, cool. You seem to have this under control, right?
As
Let's
much
go
as is
find-
possible.
All right.
Let's go find
now
Reggie.
why find him when you just bring him to us? And when I say that, I'm gonna grab the wheel and just yank it one way.
Okay, the ship begins to turn.
I want to make it so it's like really obvious that someone's tampering with the ship. Like crank it all the way one way, all the way the other way.
Yeah.
It's like so that the whole ship is like doing this.
Yeah. All right. Everyone, dexterity saving throws.
Chose the one.
That's fine. That's fine. We're all. That's fine. I'm upset by this.
Birdie Jerry. Jerry seems fine.
Cool.
Nice.
As long as Jerry's fine. Yeah. So I got a 9.
9,
16.
16,
14.
14,
Also 16.
16. Okay, the three of you are fine. You throw yourself off of the wheel with how much force you put into one of your bigger rotations. You can then grab back onto the wheel and do whatever you choose with it.
Can I steal the wheel from him and do the same thing until we find Reggie?
I don't know how this is going to help us find him.
Okay,
but
I'm gonna do it. I'm just gonna he flies off. I'm just gonna jump up there and go. Okay.
Everyone, dexterity saving throws, disadvantage.
That's fine. That is not fine. That is not fine. I'm just change the dice.
Steery Jerry with a nat 1 flies back into the back wall and is knocked out. Little sparks are flying. The bird clatters to the floor.
Oh no.
Sorry, the third D20 of the campaign. But yeah, I rolled a 4 on both of those.
Okay. Yeah, you are going to get thrown to the other side of the ship. Finding
Somebody get me out of here.
You take 1 bludgeoning damage. Okay, what did everyone else roll?
14.
17.
13.
Okay, you guys are fine. You're able to keep your footing.
I'm gonna do it until Reggie comes back.
Ground.
Yeah, like the whole out of game. The whole purpose of this was just so we could summon him to the cockpit, so we wouldn't have to go search the entire ship.
And you know what? It's gonna work.
It better work.
He might just not be on the ship, guys.
He 100% could not be on the ship.
Yeah.
Very true. So we'll see. But
All right, do you want to keep doing this?
Yes.
Well, while they're doing it, I
Yeah.
guess I will check out that one room that we went by earlier.
Is
The-
the emergency room
Yeah.
open?
You go over to the emergency room
Yeah.
door. You grab the handle, and it was locked before, but now it is unlocked.
All right.
Bebo goes in.
Yeah, same.
Bebo
Yeah,
goes in.
you look in as the ship is still rocking back and forth, and you see Reginald sitting in a chair, and it seems like everything is like clattering around him.
Yep.
But there is this bubble of magical force around him that is keeping him safe. And he says, I see, the game is up. But really, what is a little fraud among the visionaries?
Bebo found the weird old man.
And that is where we are going to pick up in our next episode. Keep watching!
Yeah.